I have the absolute privilege of working with everyone at Legatum to push forward the philanthropic part of our mission. It's now my honor to moderate a panel discussion with three esteemed and very wise donor representatives.
And that's why I think it's so powerful when we see these collaborative models being established. I think one of my most inspiring philanthropists that I've ever heard speak about this and the need for collaborative philanthropy, we'll be hearing from a bit later, says that if you really want something to be successful, take your name off it. And I think that's been at the heart of some of the success that we've seen from the End Fund and Freedom Fund and Resilio, that these are catalyzed, effective organizations, well-run, where trust is built between the partners, and not just the partners sitting in New York or London or Geneva, but the partners sitting on the ground in the Philippines and in Myanmar. And it's so important that we create those connections. But when we do that, they can be something that we all join and own and drive together, and then we start to see these incredible scales like we saw at the Reaching the Last Mile event in just 2 years ago here in Dubai at COP, with $1 billion pledged for something that was just an idea 10 years before.
Again, going back to, if you look at statistics, community-led action is not only cost-effective, it's 35% more cost-effective than if you go through international systems. It is also more sustainable, and it builds resilience within communities and reduces their dependence on aid, which is exactly what we want in today's world.
I think change comes from constraints, and I think for all of us that have worked in the global development space, obviously there was first an emerging sense of panic when some of the aid stopped. But I think the silver lining in all of this is that it has allowed us and forced us to grapple with what wasn't working in the system. Tom elaborated on some of the issues, and I think we all share his concerns. It has forced multilateral institutions to rethink how they do things and force them to be much more efficient, or at least restructured to become much more efficient very soon.